Here it is. What do you know?
Get your ass to Mars.
Mission.
Wait.
Counting?
14, 13.
All systems are go.
11,
I am the J-Tech. Gotta have time to masturbate.
Well, I think it kind of speaks for itself. He just goes completely anti-science. I pay money for naughty favors.
Where's that mushroom toy?
You're a cunt now. You've always been a cunt.
I guess he's not being charged for hollering at them about masturbation and threats.
And the only thing that's going to change is you're going to become an even bigger cunt.
When I have ideas, I just write them down.
And it's a sick world that we live in, where Disney cartoons like Monsters, Inc. make a movie star out of a talking green testicle.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Think Live. I'm the J. Tyler.
I am your Miss Parker.
All right.
Talking green testicle.
Hey,
Somebody had to say it, right?
shit. All right, you want to just go for it?
Let's just go for it.
All right, Facebook, of course, you guys, everybody knows about it, right? And so go ahead, explain.
Well, Facebook is, well, they were out of commission yesterday for quite a while and not real specific about what went wrong. But the day before that, one Francis, how do you pronounce Huygen? Huygen. One Francis Huygen did an interview on 60 Minutes, a much publicized interview.
Yeah, you guys all saw that.
Whistleblowing
shit, for sure.
Facebook on how they relaxed their fact checking just before the election. I mean, after the election was completed, they cut off those restrictions.
Safety.
Yeah, they took off the safety rails, and then the 1/6 perpetrators used it as a communication tool, and Facebook said, allegedly.
Right, and then they put those things all back into place, right?
Right, and we've kind of been talking about this. You know, how do we solve this Facebook problem? I mean,
I want to out the Nazis, man. Let them free speak themselves right into, yeah.
But how do we prevent them from using a platform like Facebook as a tool for organizing death rallies? You
I
know?
don't know. I mean, how do you take away, like, you're going to take away like their access to phones or something like that? Like, you're going to take away, like, there's still such a thing as a landline.
Right, but you can't reach very many people at once with a
Well, I know,
landline.
but if you're trying to organize, it's pretty easy.
Right? So how does Facebook make it so that they can't use their platform as a tool for that? And that's just one problem that's come up in the
I'm
hearing
wondering,
today.
should they?
Okay.
No, I want my Nazis right in front of me.
Right.
I want to see them.
Okay, but how do
you
you mitigate the harm? Because obviously when they're allowed to organize, they do harm. How do you mitigate that? If you're a social media head, how do you prevent your platform
I don't know, if you tout
from
free
causing
speech.
harm?
I mean, again, it's part of that section 230 of the decency, like the Internet Decency Act.
Not familiar.
Okay, it's
True
like this is
confession.
what held up the budget the last time Trump was being a bitch, right? It's this section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, and it basically says that the internet provider is immune from being sued because they just have a platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that as long as that's in place, they could literally just put anything they want on there.
Mm-hmm.
But it also means they can take anything they want off of there.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Repubs? It's called private corporation.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that.
And in theory, I support that. I do support that from both sides.
No,
I think
Facebook has become more of like,
as far as putting on and taking off.
look, Facebook Messenger to me is the equivalent of looking through my phone book on my iPad and pushing your name, and then it calls you and I see you. Right? Like,
right. So it's just like FaceTime, but we're talking.
It's almost invaluable at this point.
Right.
Why do I even need a phone number? Do you even Like,
But
do you
you-
remember other people's phone numbers, or you just look for their name on your?
So you're
phone?
what's your point there?
Our
With-
identity is our phone, or is our identity
Is our social
name,
media.
is our name.
Our identity is our name. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're making a different point. You're not talking about what the problem is. The problem is people using Facebook as a platform to organize
No,
rallies like 1/6. And then the other issue,
let them do it, because as long as everybody knows what's going on, we can be prepared for that.
okay.
Like, what if they showed up to like protest and just everybody left town?
Okay,
Just
but
like,
obviously they were able to use Facebook as a platform to do something like that,
fine, but then we know who they are.
right? But
Is it worth the risk?
People
Look,
died.
it'll help them go away.
okay. The other issue is that they're marketing to preteens, yet you have to be 13
Well,
to get on. Though
let's
my kid was 8 or 9 when they first got
let's
a
out
Facebook account.
let's out the child abusers then.
Well, it's not
We'll
about
catch
child
two birds
abuse.
with one stone.
It's
We'll get-
way more insidious than that, and that's what Amy Klobuchar was talking about, is how they're marketing to these preteens, and then teens are encouraged to mentor these preteens, and these preteen girls are seeing these images.
So you say Facebook should be
And-
regulated?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that that little girls are getting images
I understand that.
and becoming anorexic
Hey,
and wanting to self-harm, and
little girls don't have bank accounts to get access to the internet. You can just, I don't know, spend time with your kid and take away their fucking internet.
Yeah, and they talked about that during the testimony today. And as a parent who had a child that age,
Learn
it's not that
archery.
simple. It's not.
Learn archery. Play a guitar.
Yeah, but you have archery privilege.
I do. I have extra privilege.
So, I mean, these are just discussion topics. We can't solve it all here.
No, I know.
We
This is only the-
usually do solve everything.
This
but-
is only the first segment. Brought to you by Hope Craft CBDs, Jackson Tyne and Tammy Tyne out in Delta, Colorado. Hope Ranch, specifically. Jealous a little bit of your peacocks and your side-by-side. You gotta be redneck to know
and
what I
all
just
that
said.
weed.
Yeah. They're constantly working on improving the sustainability of their farms. They care about the environment, they care about climate change, and most of all, they care about you. And they care about what we want from you. Jackson, Tammy, come on, what's up?
We're
I'm on,
saying that conditionally.
I'm on YouTube right now.
Hopecraft CBDs is almost 11 years in the making, and they make delicious candy and tinctures and salves for your wounds and for your butt hurt.
When your co-host dog bites you,
Yeah,
they work.
and massage oils. But we're angling for the lube and the dog treats.
So,
And
gosh,
Jay wants his bubble gum.
veteran owned and family owned for over a decade. Thanks a lot, you guys.
Visit hopext.com. That's HOPEXT.com and use promo code STFUJ for up to 30% off. Just plug it in, see what happens, and get with the lube.
Come on, guys. What's up? So, Facebook crashes out and Twitter says, hello, literally everyone.
Twitter knows how to use the word literally.
Literally.
I get so annoyed
Half
when
the planet.
they were not being hyperbolic.
That's crazy. Half the planet.
As opposed to Facebook that was saying, we understand on Twitter, we understand that some people are having trouble accessing some of our platforms. And I responded, hey, some people, let's not get hyperbolic or anything.
3.5 billion people.
Totally.
Some people. Almost half the planet.
So Facebook, you need to learn how not to be so hyperbolic.
You need to learn how to update your software.
That too.
Yeah.
You got to manage your shit. Let's just say that.
So I was thinking about it, and so Facebook is basically cereal boxes for adults.
Explain.
Remember when you were like a little kid and you'd be in the cereal aisle and they put all the cereal boxes that they want for little kids.
So basically, the adults have the money and they market to the kids, and then the kids sell it
they're
to the
all
parents.
the adult stuff is up here, and the kid stuff is right at that height. That's well known, but it's funny. It's just like this reminds me of Facebook, where it's just like you're walking down this aisle, going like, "I like this, I like this,
Mhm.
I like this, and this, and
I'm
this."
gonna click on this. I'm gonna
Yeah,
click on
God,
this. I'm
you
gonna
can
click on
give us
this, and it's throwing it in the cart.
give
Throw
us
it in the
cereal.
cart.
Meanwhile, right above it is the cereal you're going to be eating when you're trying to fucking unclog yourself.
No, it's the antacids and the Phillips milk of magnesia.
High fiber, high sugar.
Colon blow.
But yeah, it's funny. It just seems like that at Facebook. I am trying every day to fool the AI.
He's obsessed with it.
I'm pretty good at it. It doesn't notice certain things.
You know, we've been saying lube a lot on this show, and yet I haven't seen any ads for getting the car lubed or for special lube. Isn't that interesting?
That's funny.
That is funny. It's like, it's not perfect, is it? I mean, there would be a lot of lube, I would think, if
Well, I
they
mean-
were really tracking everything we
So
say.
you said like not oil based. It can't be oil based, right?
But Jackson said you could use CBD oil to make lube, and I always thought lube couldn't be oil based; it has to be water based.
I don't know.
But what do I know?
Oh, I imagine the Greeks.
They
used,
said that back in the
the
80s.
Greeks used olive oil. I imagine.
Oh, there's
snap.
so much creative things. They probably rendered animals for it.
So
Probably used pig grease,
hey,
pork
everybody,
grease.
we're gonna talk about some other stuff, but one of them is like I had a bad brother. Like it was funny. It was like it was good up to a point, and then he became a dick.
At what age did he become a dick?
About 17.
Really? I thought he was a dick all the way.
Well, 15 maybe.
When did he become an abusive fuckhole?
Oh, I mean, as far back as I can remember, but
Yeah,
mainly
yeah.
it was like teenage. Like after he was, like all of a sudden he was a fucking adult, and I was like basically a kid.
But you were 2 years younger, so you
and
always
a
had a
half, yeah.
disadvantage if he's aggro and you're.
No, he was nice up until Jeremy kicked the fucking shit out of him. Actually, but anyway, look, I had a bad brother, and I haven't talked to my brother for fucking decades. So, should I do something about that? Nah.
Why? Why? What would be the point?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
The last time I tried to reconnect with somebody who was toxic, it was like lifting up a stone, seeing that the worms are still under it, throwing the stone back down,
I like
dusting myself off.
I like your analogy. Yeah, no, the same thing,
Basically.
like, yeah, it runs in the family. My father and my brother haven't talked for decades.
But what's the common thread there? Your brother.
Yeah. Well,
And your mom, did your mom stay in touch with him when she was around?
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So she was the only one.
He
Your
lived-
sisters don't
He
like
lived
him.
at their house when he was 40.
Really? When he was
Shh, don't tell me.
he lived at your house when he
No, no,
was
no, no,
your
his-
mom's house when he was 40?
No,
40.
Well, he was like trying this radical move where he was like going to go back to school. for some
Amway?
stuff.
Oh, okay.
No, he went back to school for something. You know, he got good at whatever he was doing or whatever. And I was just like, you fuckers never made that offer to me. Kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Do you think it was an offer, or do you think he just kind of showed up
I
and
don't
moved
know.
in?
I don't know. Anyway,
I wouldn't.
they
let-
just liked him better than they liked me. It's okay.
No, I don't think so. I think they were
No, it was distant.
I think he
I was cool. I didn't mind.
was a bigger dick and
Yeah.
threw his weight around more.
So in the next segment, Dig of the Week, we got
Speaking of dicks,
and we got an anti-dig of the week.
it's always good to have the anti. We've got one nominee and one anti. That's good.
So the because of the oil spill, they're saying it is because of like maybe it's because of an anchor. Just to wrap this up, we can talk about this later in the end. But I saw a sticker said the water is closed. It's like, who wrote that?
Oh my God.
It
I
said
had,
the
you know,
water
that
on the
makes
beaches
total
in
sense.
the water
In
is
Huntington Beach. Yeah, that's where
closed.
this spill is. Absolutely. Yeah, that didn't even occur to me. Where my mind went when I saw that phrase, it was
because of
just
the oil spill.
basically you all are going to die because you don't have access to water anymore.
The water is
So,
closed.
yeah.
I thought
The
that was kinda-
British would really rip on us for that. That's such an American use of English.
It's like one time there was a it was like one of those credit card machines at a
Mhm.
coffee shop, right?
Mhm.
And it said credit card machine is broke. We're like what? Like it doesn't have any money?
Yeah.
Is it broke?
Yeah. Oh
And
God.
we laughed. Steph and I laughed our asses off at
That's such a redneck
it's like
thing.
one of her coworkers. It was fucking hilarious. Broken, dumbass. Anyway.
I get really anal about that when I'm watching Walking Dead and they're like,
Mm.
"Did you get bit?" And I'm like, "Bitten. Bitten."
Well, they are from Atlanta.
Yeah.
What do you want? Hey, guys, we'll be back in a minute with Dick of the Week. This is Nothing Yet Live. I am the Chicago.
I am your Miss Parker.
See you.